Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. Welcome to part 58 of Gran Turismo 7 on the PlayStation 5, as I adjust my hair. So yeah, we're doing the weekly challenges. I've not seen what the weekly challenges are this week. So we've got a European Sunday Cup 400, a Japanese four-wheel drive challenge 600, a Volvo V40 P5R Design 1 make. I'm pretty sure we already did that, didn't we? Race of Turbo Sports Cars, and the World Touring Car 800 Suzuka. Right, okay, so we got World Touring Car 400. We can pretty much be in. Let's put it up this one. I mean, Vulcan. Why the hell not? I mean, we're racing against the bloody Mito and Peugeots, and let's get this out of the way. 2 laps of this, okay. I also didn't see what the things were. The rewards. I hope it's a good reward. Going first person, actually. First car, just so you guys can see what it's like. And I started in 8th place. Not that that's really going to be a problem. Like, they surely must know that people must be just picking the fastest car that they have for these events, right? Like, I can... Honestly, I wouldn't blame Polyphony for putting, like, actual regulations on these. I suppose it's like, you know, they kind of think, oh, well, the vast majority of people doing the weekly challenges probably just want to get these all out of the way and done with. So we won't put the regulations on these ones. We'll let them have a really fast car. We haven't even done a lap yet. I was a little bit confused. I was like, hang on, it's because we went through the thing. The oh, what's it called? The split. By the way, do you guys like the? Well, it's been a bit for you guys now, but like, do you like the channel banner that I got? Obviously, I made it myself, but like, if you're unaware, like, if you go on the channel banner, if you go on the channel, I should say, you look at the banner at the top screen. Depends on what device you're on. If you're on mobile, it's not really... Well, actually, no. It probably... Thing is, I got 2 designs at the moment, right? So, like, it depends when this is coming out. But, like, I got one design that's going to work well on mobile, but it's... In fact, I think it will be that design. If it's, like, just the RobtheMod logo covered in games, then yeah. It's, that's the second design. Currently, the first design is, it's games either side the RobtheMod logo. And one side says new games, and the other one says, check the community tab for these, because they don't show up in subscriptions. But yeah, the idea is that the games that are on the channel that I'm covering will be obviously shown in the channel banner. So you can see what games I'm doing very quickly at a glance. Oh god, I felt like I was losing the back end of this car then for a second. The other thing is that you guys won't be able to see it unless you're watching it, like, if you click on the channel and you, like, if you're watching on TV, right? But YouTube makes you make the channel banners, like, absolutely massive, right? For all the different places you can watch it. So, like, if you watch it on mobile, you click on a channel, it's very small, right? If you watch it on desktop, it's about the same, but it's wider. So that's what I was on about. Like, basically the original design, it's designed kind of for desktop because the games get cut off on the mobile version on the early one, but then I changed it to when it's literally just new content. But when it was the old content and the new content, that's when I decided. I was like, well, whatever. It's the only design that kind of works. So that's what I did. What are the rewards, by the way? So we got a 100,000 credit ticket. As credit, it's all credit tickets. That's good. Right, Japanese forward drive challenge. May as well get the NSX. Well, yeah, the oh, Nürburgring Sprint. Okay, a little bit confused. I don't think I've driven this thing. Keep meaning to drive the new NSX. Be quiet. I believe it's a hybrid, isn't it? Because I'm so used to driving the race car, the Castrol race car, the Castrol Mugen one. God, you're losing the back end in your Skyline. I almost forgot the name of it then. Turn. Okay, this thing not good at low speeds. Oh yeah. Oh my god. That was bad. Yeah, but the channel banner. If you're watching on a TV, and eventually it'll happen with the the on PC and mobile. But if you're watching on TV, you actually see all the games that I've actually ever played on the channel, and they're kind of like, because if you haven't clicked on it, basically it shows you the game box art for each game that I'm playing on the channel right now, and once the game's finished, it goes to the top of the thing at the moment, because there's only one row. But that's like all the games that I've done on the channel. And as soon as the game's finished, it's going up there. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with Gran Turismo 7, because I'm technically just playing it forever. Of course, I have finished the main campaign, but I mean, eventually I'm going to get bored of this, aren't I? And it's going to end, so let's the guy in first, because he's absolutely way ahead. There he is. What the hell's he in? I don't know. God, I just remember a series I used to have. Well, I say series, it was only ever one episode. I think I may end up making a second. Actually, no, it might have been 2 episodes. It was when Forza Motorsport 4 was popular, so that tells you how long ago that it was. I didn't even used to do commentary or anything on it. It was literally just, here's some footage recorded in-game of Forza Motorsport 4. Of just people in online races being absolute idiots. Because the thing is with Forza Motorsport 4 is that it let you that generate, well, wasn't a thing PS3 could do, but 360, because obviously now you have like the share button and stuff and stream live on your console. You don't even need a capture card like I do, like I have, I should say. But like back in those days, you needed a capture card. But there were certain games like Halo 3 and what have you, Forza Motorsport 4. I think 3 could actually do it as well, but like basically it had like the option to like render a clip and then upload it to, well, I've uploaded to YouTube, or it uploaded it to like their own website, and then you downloaded it and you could do whatever you wanted with it, send it to people. Very complicated. I believe Dirt Showdown could do it as well. There's a bunch of games that did it on the, I mean, I think the PS3 would have been able to do it because Dirt Showdown was obviously a multi-platform game, but I only obviously know about the 360 version. But anyway, right, so I just remember having a series, it was imaginatively titled Well Done Dipshit. Where it was just people being idiots online, like in races. And the idea was, I've never showed their gamer tags or anything, but it was just like kind of shaming of a drive. I mean, it sounds awful, but like the idea was originally was, hopefully people would see it and then they'd go. It was just effectively like America's home videos or whatever, funniest home videos or whatever it is. But for Forza, I mean, it was a stupid idea. Never took off, obviously. That's why I said I only did 2 episodes. And the idea eventually would have been that I would have had like people send clips in, but it was only ever my clips with the 2 episodes. But the thing is, I remember the first one. It was an absolute doozy because it was on this track and it was on that first corner. And I remember starting in like 4th place on the grid, and just someone came barreling down that first corner and just absolutely smashed through everyone. And it was just, I was like, that's it. It was kind of what inspired me to make the thing. I was like, how absolutely stupid could you be? And obviously they immediately quit the race. I don't know if they expected Nürburgring to be different, because obviously there's 2 Nürburgring tracks, but yeah, it was just very, yeah, it was. Right, let's move on to this, which I've put, I haven't actually. Told you to. Oh, I don't want to buy them. Settings, car settings. Put the race tyres on, please. Right. With any luck, this will help. I had to go at this. Problem here is that just not enough. Oh my god, okay, maybe not. Maybe this won't help. Kind of hoping that it would help in the PP department. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Yep, this thing is a lot faster now. We are on these tyres. Although I feel like maybe the car isn't designed for this. I like not put them on properly. No, we have got them both correct. It's just it's not designed, the car, for these tyres, because it's going all over the place, you can see. But we are doing a lot better now. About positioning. Oh, come on, turn. Still not good at these turns. But yeah, the issue is that just like the guys in like, you know, 1, 2, and 3. I got up to 4th, and the guys in 1, 2, and 3, like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, were just so far ahead. Ridiculous. I was like, and it was like 1 lap to go. They were still like 6 seconds ahead. I was like, no, out the way. Oh, oh my god. Oops. That was unintentional. Bumped the AI almost into the pits. That would have been hilarious if it had gone into the pits. Oh god, the car is going everywhere. It does not like these tyres. Right, I've got 3rd. I'm okay. Now I'm going to brake. Amazing how much difference the tyres make, though, in this game. Because otherwise, this car is exactly stock. This is the first person in this car, by the way. I mean, this is going to be great when I hit, like, a corner and it's wobbling everywhere. It feels better, actually, in first person, I should say. Yeah, we are hitting much faster speeds now. Still losing the back end as we go into that corner, but that's alright. think I was telling a story about how I used to, I was doing like Top Gear power laps as well, and that was my original, how I got started on YouTube, Forza. And, yeah, I kind of had the idea of wanting to do it for this, but too much effort to do it for like Gran Turismo. It's kind of a no effort thing, but also like it involves buying all the cars because it doesn't have like an arcade mode like Forza does, where you can just pick any car you want. So like if anyone does already have all the cars and you want to try and just have like, I think this track here is a good test for all of them. So you can have that idea for free. I just want to shout out, you know. I'm sure someone's actually probably already done it, but especially like if you have like a racing wheel and you don't play with like any of the assists on and everything, like that'd be a lot better, I think. But yeah, you can have that idea for free. Watch it just like the channel somehow like blow up from like everyone who, you know, has this game wanting to find out how the cars get on. Come on. This twisty section, I hate that so much. Awful. It's genuinely like it was, I mean, I know why, right? But it's like it was specifically designed for everyone with racing wheel. And Polyphony were like, if you don't have a racing wheel, screw you. Because you can't turn the controller, like the stick, any further than it is. Whereas in a wheel, got 900 degrees of turning, you're going to have more turning ability. I don't think I'm going into these like too fast. Well, maybe I am going into them too fast, but like this bit here is fine. Like that's full lock, and I got around it fine. But then this section, let's see how we do. That's full lock. Okay, maybe I am going into it too fast then. Let's go out of first person again. Yeah, fastest lap there. We are 15 seconds ahead of second, which again is kind of funny considering when I attempted it the first time, there was like I was on the last lap and I was in fourth. That just goes to show you how much the tires matter. Even if this thing is ridiculously bumpy in the suspension. Brake. I wouldn't be stood there. Guy that was literally stood on the edge of the bridge. Looking down towards, like, the marshal. Do you see him? Also, I kind of want to know where this car park is, because there's people saying there's, like, a meeting area, and I don't see it. Maybe it's just not on this version of the track, I don't know, but, like... Maybe I drove past it at some point. Okay, we've got the roulette ticket, great, 3-star roulette ticket. Got the credit ticket, that's what I want. Did the roulette ticket yesterday, oh my god, it was so... it was like a 4-star roulette ticket, I was like, oh, what's it going to give me? Hopefully it'll be something good. Nope, it gives me a bloody Audi TT. It was already in the used car dealership. Okay, well, we can have this. Have a reason to drive this. I guess 5 laps. See what this is like. This is not really a turbo sports car, I'll say that much. Music is interesting. But I have a reason to drive this legend car. Oh god. That has no brakes. Bye, R33. Yeah, this thing has no brakes. May not be the best for this track. Is this an 06? No, it's 99. Lancer, right, okay, because I just bought the 06 one. Because I'm buying all the used cars first. I think it makes the most sense. If I'm going to buy every single car in the game, I'm buying all the used cars first. I mean, there's still loads that I need to get, but every single day when it comes through, I'm looking through the used car dealership, looking for that like book symbol, and if there's any that I don't have, I'm buying, and I'm ticking them off on kudosprime.com. Isn't a shout out, but kind of also is. Out the way. Supra. It turns out, by the way, that I had like 7 or so cars that I had like duplicates of. I had one car where I had 3 copies of it. Presumably from gifts, and I was like, great. And I sold them just for credits. I was like, don't need these. Okay, I'm in first now. And then massively overshot that corner. As this Supra is apparently keeping up with me. How are you keeping up with a proper race car, mate? Come on. No, he's not. Yeah, World Touring Car 800. That's basically going to be me in the NSX, isn't it? Which is perfect. I need to switch back to the NSX anyway to grind for credits. But that saves me having to do that. But I don't normally grind for credits on the day when 'cause what basically happens now is I do one race. Because if I'm not going for the legend cars, I will eventually. But like at the moment, like the used cars, because they're only like maximum like 500,000 credits. I'm like, I keep like a reserve of so many credits, and I'm like, I'll do one grinding race every day. And then eventually, when the Abarth comes in the Legend... I am actually going into the Legend car dealership as well and checking. Like, if there's any car in the Legend car dealership that's less than 1 million credits, I end up buying it. Sometimes if it's even more. Like, I've bought 2 cars that were 2.5 million credits. But, like, most of the time, if there's anything that's like 8 million credits, I'm ignoring it. Like, even if it's got like a wish list icon or whatever, I'm like, I'll wait for next time. But I'm waiting for the Abarth to show up, because that's what's really going to start my my alphabetical buying all the cars in the game, because that's where I'm going to do it. I'm really going to hate when I have to get to the McLaren, so aren't I? Because I'm going to have to... Because each one of them is 20 million credits. But it's just the way I'm going to do it. The thing is, at least the McLarens are useful. There's a bunch of cars that are so expensive and yet arguably completely pointless. What's really going to annoy me is if, like, they add a car as I'm saving up for, like, the McLaren. Like, I know I want them to add new cars to the game, but if there's, like, a car where it's like, oh, we've added a new legend car. Like, let's say I got, like, 19 million credits, and they're like, oh, we've added a new legend car that's, like, 8 million credits. I'm like, thanks, Polyphony. Like, that will be genuinely annoying, but, like, I think when the legend cars come out, they're quite cheap, and then they, like, work out the actual value of them. Because we'll see what that Impreza rally car goes for in the future. Because the thing is, that because it's based on, like, actual car auctions, the actual price goes up and down. I think it's rather stupid that they've done it that way. It's a video game. You don't need to replicate real life in that manner. Especially when the cars are, you know, mostly pointless. Like, unless they add it as a weekly challenge car, like the Porsche the other week. Was it last week? Or the week before, whatever. Like, unless they do it like that, there's no point to them. Like, I'm never going to drive that Porsche in any other race. This, will I drive it again? Hopefully. It's actually kind of fun to drive, but let's have a first person view, but very easy to drive. But yeah, this is kind of useful, but what I'm on about is, like, you know, like the old Porsche. There's a Ford Roadster, right? Okay. From 1935. There's no point in that. Like, unless you were going to add... I mean, basically, what they did is they added the music rallies, right? With all the old legend cars. But they don't get you any money. You just drive them. And yeah, you can get, like, a cup or whatever, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, you know, you get the gold... The gold medal, I should say, not gold cup. It shows up as a cup, doesn't it? We're going to take this thing home. I mean, look how far ahead I am. Look at where they are on the map. 27 seconds. Honestly, looking at the map, I wouldn't have expected that to be 27 seconds. It looks a lot closer. It's 29 seconds now. But yeah, last corner coming up here. Turn, car, turn. There we go. Remember when I had to drive this in the bloody Red Bull car? It was awful. Right, there we go. Across the line. I rub my eyes again. Right. Music's funky. I'll give it that. Right. Last race. Better not be like... How many laps is it going to be? 10. Okay. NSX. Here we go. Come on, we can do this. Fuel map, keep an eye on that. Put it on fuel map 6. There we go, already. Sure, I've done this where I ended up... Did I do this already? Where I ended up doing it on fuel map 6 and I just didn't have to pit at all. Sure I did. Was I in this car? I mean, I'll probably end up pitting anyway, but... God, as I lose the back end slightly. Come on. Let me eat through. If I was on fuel map 1, this would be a lot quicker. I've learned that from credit grinding, because obviously I do it in this car and I race all these people. I should also probably check the weather, right? Is this one of the tracks that has weather? Probably going to go in for a pit on lap 6 then. Based on how everyone else is... Oh, not based on how everyone else is, but like based on... Oh god. I didn't intend to cut across like that. I didn't get a warning for that. Is there no penalty marker on this track? That's good. Because it was an overshoot, I didn't brake in time. Oh god. Car. Overshooting some of these turns. Massive under... Oh my god, losing the back end. Definitely do not have that on Sagana. Or whatever it's... whatever, however it's pronounced, you know what I mean. Maybe I'm pushing this thing a little bit too much for this track. I don't know. But I want to get into like 10th by the end of this lap. Should be possible. Yeah, I'll just wait for them to all pit. In fact, I'll probably be able to get into like 9th or something, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. I mean, it is a straightaway. Which again, that was a cut of a corner. Out the way. Mr. Audi. Told you I'd get into 10th by the end of the lap. Only just, but I did it. Kind of hoping... There, that's what I was kind of hoping to do on that last corner anyway. Oh god, brake. There we go. I swear, right, when I'll have to check the thing, right, but I swear when they did the update, they've added another one of these guys in. because I'm sure there wasn't two Supras like before. I think when they did the suspension changes, it changed the PPs for all the cars, and I feel like one of the cars that raced in this is like it must be too much for the actual race now. So not actually being used, and it's just swapped it in with another Supra. I could be wrong on that, but I just feel like there wasn't two Supras. Come on. Right, we're in 5th. 3rd lap. Brake hard. Get past you two. Oh god, as it hit me while I was braking. Bloody Aston Martin. Want to get past this AMG if it wasn't brake the corners that it doesn't need braking on. I want to check to see. I'm just going to follow. To find out. I know where the pit lane is. I feel like I know where the pit lane is anyway. But I'm going to just follow him to see if he pits at this lane, like this lap or not. Or was this the track where I just followed him for ages and he just didn't pit fuel? Because he normally pits on like the 4th lap of Sedina. Because this thing just does not have the fuel tank for it. Maybe it'll be on the 5th lap here because it's using less fuel? Or we have more fuel or something? I don't know. But then again, I've got fuel map 6 and the AI always uses fuel map 1. Oh... Braked for that corner because you had to. Right. This looks like it's going to rain. At least it looks like it's getting dark. Is that the pit lane entrance there? Where is the pit lane entrance? Oh, it's there. That's the pit lane entrance. Okay. See, on my screen, it's a lot darker than on the actual camera. Although saying that... Oh no, because I wasn't going to render it in HDR, was I? I don't render these in HDR anymore because it takes too bloody long. I just render them in 4K. At least I did, you know, the main game bit in HDR. But like these extra videos, nah. But other PS5 stuff, yeah, I do that in 4K HDR now. Like I'm playing through God of War Ragnarok at the moment. They're all going to be in 4K HDR. Soon I should be playing, I mean, this will be irrelevant for you guys because it's going to be ages before any of this happens, but like... Spider-Man Miles Morales, that's going to be 4K HDR. And Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, that's going to be 4K HDR. It's actually kind of funny because I'm actually recording everything in 4K HDR. It just doesn't get rendered in that resolution because I overshot that. Yeah, I don't do it in that, like, because it just takes forever. Like, to put it into perspective, like a 10-minute God of War Ragnarok takes about 30 minutes to render in 4K HDR. So imagine how long an hour one of these takes. It's ages. Like I just did Forza Horizon 5 DLC. So because it's DLC, I'm counting it as like a proper thing. So I'm doing it in 4K HDR because it's on Series X now. And they went in for fuel. Okay. Technically, this is saying I have enough. Five laps. I'm not sure that's true. Especially when we are losing the tyres, but I don't have to fully fill up. That's the good thing. I will pit at the end of this lap. I'll put like, what, 75% fuel in. Fresh tyres. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, like the half an hour Forza Horizon 5 like episodes that I was doing, like they were taking like 3-4 hours to render in 4K HD. I'm like, ugh. Like it's why I won't really like the resolution wise, and it's great, but like it's great for me seeing it, but and I want you guys to experience that, but like, you know, time wise to render them, it's ridiculous. Because you can't render on, like, they don't render in the graphics card, they render in software. And until Adobe fixes that, it's going to be ridiculous. Like, I don't care if it takes, rendering wise, if it took, like, 1.5 times as long, I wouldn't be bothered, right? The length of the video, you know, like, if that's how long it took, I wouldn't care. Right? It's fine. But when it's taking like 2, 3, 4, 5 times the length of the video because it's having to render on the CPU instead of the graphics card, it's ridiculous. Like, the length of this video, like, it renders about the correct speed. So, this, however long this ends up being, will be about as long as it took to render. And that's fine. But, and if this could render at 4K HDR on the graphics card and it took, let's say this is an hour long. I think it's going to be slightly less than an hour, right? But let's say it's an hour long. If it took an hour and a half to render in 4K HDR, I'd do that. It'd be so much better for you guys. But it has to render in software, and it would take like 5 hours to render. And this room literally gets unbearably hot when it's doing it because it's the graphics card. When it's rendering, it goes to like, well, not even the graphics card, but the PC when it's rendering anything, right? Like the graphics card gets like 70 degrees Celsius. So like the CPU when it's rendering, and this is like is a legitimate thing. Like maybe not with like water cooling and stuff, but like I have like my PC with like it's only got like an air cooler on it, right? But it gets to like the high 80s when it's rendering. It's very, very weird because it's only like... And people say that's dangerous. So, you know, it's awful for your CPU to be getting that hot. It probably is, but like at the same time, it's like you'd think, oh, people go, oh, you don't have adequate cooling. I don't think it is, because what's absolutely bizarre about it is other things that I do, right? So I do 3D rendering, like actual like models and stuff. I also do like, I've this thing like what's it called, like video. When I render these, I put them through Handbrake as well, so they're less storage space on my drives. And Handbrake does it on the CPU. I mean, I can have it set. I mean, no, actually, no, I have it on the graphics card, right, as well. But I did do it on the CPU at one point before I discovered that option. Right? Is it raining? Is it raining? It sounded like it's raining. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare, like... I'm gonna drive so slowly if it's raining. It's raining. Great. I need to switch to intermediate tires. Maybe. Find out. Maybe not. We'll find out. One thing I don't need to worry about is the fuel. But yeah, when I do other rendering stuff on the graphics card or on the CPU, they don't get like... Oh, I should say when I game on the PC as well. Like, if I game on the PC, it doesn't get that high temperature. It gets to about 50, 60 degrees. Which is fine. Right, when I do like 3D rendering, which is one of the most intensive tasks you can do, it gets to about 50, 60, 70 at the maximum. Right, so when I put the files through Handbrake, the graphics card gets to like 40 degrees. It's not... It's very weird. It's only like rendering 4K HDR. In like actual in Premiere, or it was the same on when I use Vegas as well, but like they just, it will get so unbearably hot, and it's like, why? Like, what is it about video encoding, specifically with those two programs, that causes it to get so hot? Like, I know mathematically what it's got to do is a lot, but like, it's ridiculous. It's effectively as if like the cooler just can't cool the chip enough, because it doesn't make sense that it's like the other but that it still doesn't make sense, like, because in other intensive tasks, when it's also getting hot, it doesn't get as hot. It's very weird. If anyone can tell me, please comment. I mean, maybe, I mean, it is an Intel chip. Maybe I should have gone for a Ryzen, but... You know, I can't do that now, can I, really? I mean, I suppose I could end up buying a used Ryzen 4... Is it Ryzen 4 or Ryzen 3? Whatever. Like, whatever the... I think it's Ryzen 5 they're on now, so... Yeah. I think it'd be Ryzen 4. Like, I could buy a used Ryzen 4 motherboard and a CPU. But I got my Intel chip at the moment, and it's an 11,000, so it's fine. Because it would also involve having to buy another cooler. And build the PC again. And quite frankly, I don't really want to do that. But if I do upgrade my PC in the future, it probably is going to be to AMD. On the CPU side, anyway. Right, we're on the last lap. Don't think we have to worry about the rain. Not going to lap anyone here. This track is way too long for that. And what I may as well do is I may as well go to fuel map 1. As I overpower into that corner. But yeah, fuel map 1, we're going to go flat out. We got the fuel for it, so why the hell not? Power down. Turn. There we go. Now we can put full throttle down on this straightaway bit. What this car was designed for. And here we go. Across the line. So I'll do the thing that I always do. I'll do the roulette tickets. Oh, roulette ticket, I should say. Because there's only going to be one roulette ticket. The rest are all going to be credit tickets. Right. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to exit out the thing. I was hoping I could have just gone to the left and gone straight to exit. But alas, I could not. Right. Okay, so we've done that. Let's go and get our rewards. I realize I still have an invitation. I kind of want to know what the invitation's for. I would have thought it would have expired by now. Let's do the 3-star roulette ticket. There's a car there. Oh, there's a load of money. Please give me the money. It's going to give me the Peugeot, isn't it? Well, it's going to give me the money. It's going to be a small amount of money. 5,000 credits. Oh, it was totally worth it. Maybe they're just like, look how much money you've got from doing the weekly challenges. You don't need it. There we go. That's going to stay there. Going to stay in the bank balance until I have to spend it. Right. What is this invitational car that I've already bought because I bought them all. The only one I haven't got is a Lamborghini. It's yeah, I already have this. The only one I haven't got. This expires today, actually. So I don't actually need to get it, thankfully. Because I already have it. As you can see, it says acquired next to it. Right. The only one I haven't got is the Porsche Carrera. But and there's loads of people saying that they don't ever seem to get the Porsche Carrera as an option. Invitational car. But you can win it on a roulette ticket. So I'm kind of hoping that's eventually going to happen. But anyway, I've been RobtheMod. Thanks for watching part 58 of Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5. And I hope to see you next time for more. Ta-ra.